Hello, guys. Once again, good afternoon. We've been at the farm today since since about 8 o'clock, and it's 1 now, so it's been a lot of work. And then we're just trying to wrap up before we go. I just came in to check on the guys here that are working on the maize farm and take this opportunity to give you guys some updates as well on what is happening here at the farm, and anything that is useful to share with you guys. So thank you guys for making the time to watch this. If today is your first time watching any video from us here at Sementia Farm, we share all the practices, both good and bad, on agriculture, either being livestock or crop production or hay production, so that you sitting at home could have the information that you need and make the right decision for yourself. All right. So today I'm here back to our biggest land in Ghana. So I'm around the Bono region, around the Sekwa, between Sekwa, I think what's this name? There's another name closer, but yeah, between Sekwa and Brekum. So that's where I am. As most of you know, I live in Brekum, so it's about 30 minutes drive to Sekwa and about maybe 20 minutes drive also to the farm from the Sekwa town, right? So this land that I'm standing on, we actually purchased this land last year around August. And the first thing that we did was to clear the land. If you haven't watched that video, it's all around. You can go on our videos and check clearing land. You'll be able to find it. I'll also try and link the link below up here, so you can click on it after you finish watching this video and get a sense. So what we did was basically we plowed we cleared the land with a machine that we call wheel loader or payloader. So once we cleared it, it gave us the opportunity to use farm implement and tractor to work on the land. So we are able to plow, we are able to harrow, we are able to use different things like planters and different mechanized farming equipment to do it. And hence the reason for us clearing it. So we uproot all the trees so that there's no roots, there's no stumps, and it's easy for us to work with. Because with this, the nature of land and the size, unless I have 15 people living here, you can't do manual work. It's not going to work. So when you have a land this size, you need to start thinking of mechanized farming and how you're going to make that work for you. And that's why we cleared it, right? And in August, I think we planted for the minor season. And one thing that I'm learning, from being in the farming business for crop, is once you clear the land, you're following crops. It's not going to do very well, because when you clear, you're using heavy machines, so you're using the payloader. Even the tiles alone passing on the land is taking a lot of the topsoil. That's one. And then two, as it's clearing, it also pushes all the leaf and the top nutrients of the soil, right? As much as you try to do it very shallow, you still will lose a lot. So your first harvest is very small. So I remember in August, when we planted maize, it didn't do very well, as I expected in terms of growth and yield. But I've done that before, so 2 times, so I knew what I was expecting, and I didn't also invest a lot of time and energy into it, because I knew that this is possible. But I think a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I shown you guys about we planting when the rain started, and we were using the small Chinese machine that most of you contacted me for the price and where to purchase it. I hope you were able to get some. But yeah, we started planting, and over 3 weeks ago, this is where we are. I mean, you can see from the back end, and this is just left side of the land, so I can show you the right side of it, which is also goes a long way. And then there is like a whole lot at the back, which I'll show you guys. But yeah, I remember I did that video standing here on my right hand side, and if you guys can see, like just 3 weeks ago, we've been able to really plant enough, and now it's almost just ready to harvest. I want to stand on this hill and give you guys a better view of the farm, right? So there we go. So this is to my left. It goes all the way down there, and then this is forward, and then if you look at my left, it goes all the way down there as well. And then there's a hill, but then you descend down, and that side I've actually started planting only brachiaria grass. So I'm not doing maize on my left hand side here, because the goal of this land is to be able to use it for livestock production, right? This is where in future I want to be able to bring all the cattle, the goats, like all livestock that I want to do. I want to turn this into like, the livestock center. So really I'm not, the maize is just to utilize the land for now, but my plan is to be able to do massive livestock farming here. So I've started planting the grass. So I have about 5 acres down there that I've dedicated to the grass. So that place has no maize, but then if you look at this side too, we have maize all the way here, and it goes at the back as well. There's another small hill, and it goes at the back of the hill as well, and it goes all the way there. So I think we've done a good job. It looks really good in terms of the month that we are in, and looking at the maize, it seems like we're going to be harvesting some good reap. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Reap some good fruits from this, because this is the second time we are planting after we cleared the land, and I'm seeing very, very good sign. This is amazing. This is the land that I told you guys about, where the chief came here and asked me to buy it. By the way, I've already purchased that land. I think 2 weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago we bought it and paid for it. All the paperwork done. I paid half, and I'm just waiting for the rain to cut. Sometime in August, I'm going to clear this side as well, and then add it to it. So there is a community there, and it goes all the way to the community. So you can see, what you can see now is forest, but the land now has extended all the way to the community at the back there. And then we've also purchased the land here, so we're able to extend another, I think that was 11 acres, another 11 acres backwards. Yeah, so this land is getting bigger and bigger. I know I always tell you guys, when you find a land and the size is good, and there's potential for you to expand it, go ahead and buy. The more projects you start doing and people see you, and you get to meet people around you, you can easily extend it, right? And that is what I feel like is happening. And now I don't even know the actual size of this land yet. Either it's now 90 acres or almost 100 acres, but I don't know, because we've just been expanding massively, right? So why are we investing time and resources into the maize? I think one of the biggest challenge now with farmers, especially poultry farmers, pig farmers, is the cost of maize, and everybody's crying. It is actually very sad, because I am in a lot of Facebook groups about poultry farming in Ghana, and everybody's selling their birds. There's nothing wrong with them, but occasionally people will post 22 weeks birds going for 21 cedis, 13 weeks birds going for 15 cedis. And even in Doma, where we all know is the hub of poultry farming, a lot of them are selling their birds, and the reason is the cost of feeding is going so high. But the egg price have been stagnant since February, after Christmas. I gave you guys the update about how much I was selling my eggs, and it's basically crazy. It's crazy. In January, we were buying a bag of maize for 150 cedis, right? 150 cedis. And guess what? How much we are buying a bag of maize now? So a bag of maize is 400 Ghana cedis. I mean, even if you don't understand the currency, we are buying at 150. Now we are buying at 400. That is unbelievable. Nothing has changed in the selling price of eggs. And if you're costs or expenses continue to increase at this level, then it makes business hard, right? And these are some of the uncertainties around doing business in Ghana, in Africa, right? Because there's no structure, there's no structure in place where the ministry or the agency or whatever institutions are saying this should be equal to this, or whilst prices of this increases, they should increase at this level. It is not. And people are making assumption about the secondary schools being fed with some beef and therefore not buying eggs anymore, and that's why the price is not increasing. But I think if we have our great ministries and agencies and so on, they should be able to look at all these consequences. We should have the data to be able to know the impact and effects of everything that is happening in the country, right? It's the same thing when prices of fuel increases, transportations have to increase, right? But we don't have that kind of structure, and that's a shame and causing a lot of people financial loss. I have about 3 poultry farmers around me in Brekum that I know have sold all their birds because they couldn't take care of them. It's not making sense, right? So we are not going to wait for that to happen, and that is why we've invested a lot of time and energy into this maize. So this is not the only. If you drive another 15 minutes away from here, we have another 30 acres that is also all maize. I'm just came from there this morning, but we're gonna try our best and store as much of this maize that we can, so that we don't run into the issues that we are facing now. Last year we didn't have enough. I think we had about a little over 100 bags, and we were able to feed the birds with it. But my birds consume 100 bags in like 3 months, right? So this year, God willing, we can quadruple that, and also if they need be, buy some from other farmers and store it for the dry season. So I think my quick message to you guys that have been watching me and thinking about going into poultry farm is be aware of this risk. Don't start your poultry farm unless you have your maize, because maize now seems to be the hottest commodity, and the issue is you can't even find it. Even if you have 400 cedis and you're looking forward to buy it, you can't even get it, right? I know somebody sent me a long email yesterday asking me about maize and so on, and I don't have it. I'm literally buying it week by week because I can get it in bulk to purchase, right? So that is what is happening, and I decided to share with you guys. It's getting very hot at the moment, so I'm gonna try and wrap up with the work that we are doing and then head back home. But it is looking good and it's exciting. But I will keep you guys updated. What I'm very excited about is harvesting this maize and also harvesting the stock and taking it to the farm where we can grind it with a chaff cutter and feed it to the cows. So this alone is going to serve as a lot of food for both the cows, the goats, and also maize for all the livestock, including the birds. So I'm really excited for this, and I'm glad we took this journey. And next year by now, I'm sure we'll be doing even bigger than this as we continue to expand the size of the land. So I'm going to head to down there where the grass is, and I think we're doing some work around there today. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope I wasn't too boring, but I wanted to give you guys a better update of what is happening here, and hopefully it helps. And if it doesn't, then let's skip to the next video. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again